All right, we'll start with questions in the room for Jalen. Let's start with Tyler, right here in the front.
Jalen, how are you? Good. How you doing? Good. I guess about 13 months ago or so, you put yourself in the transfer portal, gave it another shot, tried to find the right fit to finish your career. We're talking to you, one of only four teams left playing in college football season. How validated do you feel for this decision, and what has this season meant for you and your trajectory in this sport?
I would say first off, the season means a lot to me. Like you say, we only won the 14, so I'm just extremely grateful to be in this position. And just making this decision to come here was something that me and my dad like strategically planned out. And we just weighed in all the options. I made a business decision to not be comfortable because I could have went somewhere else that I could have been more comfortable. I live in Texas. I could have probably went to school closer to Texas and stuff like that. But we just made a business decision to, weigh out all the options and try to find the best fit for me for
John. Jalen, how does Tom Allen compare to other defensive coordinators you have, and what separates him from other coaches you've played under?
Tom Allen, he's a great coach. It's a different style of play from kind of like where I played in the SEC. Tom Allen really cared about us. He wants the best for us, and that's what I just see as a defensive coordinator. He just tried to put us in the best position as possible so we can go out there, play with our cleats in the ground and have fun.
Let's go to Zoom. Rich Garcella.
Thanks for the time, Jalen. What have you seen from Omari Evans this year? How has he progressed from training camp until now?
Omari Evans is an explosive player, and I just feel like as the season went on, you really got to see that. Since training camp, Omari, in my eyes, has gotten really better. He's made me better as a player, and I feel like our defensive backs in our room has also made him better. And like I said, as the season got on, I just think, he's become more comfortable in his play, and he's really going out there and just displaying his talent and showing how explosive he is.
Let's go to Zoom. Joe Smeltzer.
Hey, Jalen, thanks for the time.
No problem.
What do you feel is the biggest way that you are a better football player from the start of the season until now? And what's the best piece of advice you've gotten from a member of the coaching staff or a teammate, just in general, that's helped you become a better player?
I would say, confidence. As you go throughout the season, you get more and more reps. You just get more confident and just understanding the game. I just try to watch as much film and ask as much questions as possible throughout each week so that I know I can go into the game plan and be fully confident while I go out there and play. And the best piece of advice that I can say I've gotten this season so far is just be in the present moment. Just be grateful for, where I'm at. Football can be a stressful game at times, and just, worrying about what happened in the past or trying to worry too much about the future can cause a lot of stress. So I just try to be in the present moment and be where my feet are, and just take each day by day.
What's the most impressive thing you've seen Abdul Carter do?
I would just say like how he just gets to the quarterback. Honestly, the way he could bend, get around those tackles and things like that, and how he moves, it's extremely impressive. It's hard to see that on a week to week basis. I say, and he just goes out there and he's just real consistent. Honestly.
Hey, Jalen. You guys have already felt the impact of a lot of turnovers through the playoff here in the first couple games. Notre Dame is one of the best in the country at doing it. Does that make you guys on the defensive side have maybe a little bit more pressure, but a little bit more oomph to try and go get some in this one?
Honestly, no. We just want to go out there and play how we've been playing. We're not focused on what they've been doing or like how their defense has been playing. Because we're just worried about ourselves. We just go out there, and continue to try to play good Penn State football. That's pretty much it.
Let's go to Mark, Rich, and then Tyler.
Jalen, through these first couple of playoff games, the defense has shown a lot of emotion, a lot of celebrating after plays. How much fun are you guys having, and what's it like to be able to express yourself like that, after a big play?
I just think that, like I say, we just extremely grateful to be here. You know, like I said, we one of 4 teams left. And, you know, you're not guaranteed another game until you go out there and win the game. And I just think that's what everybody's showing. Everybody just trying to show everybody some love whenever they make a play. You know, put a hat on the helmet, making sure that you're showing your teammate love and making sure that they know that they're out there for a reason. And we just trying to be grateful to be out there. You know, like I say, we only guaranteed one game so far right now, and we just trying to go out there and put our best foot forward and have fun doing it.
Let's go to Rich and then Tyler.
Jalen, when facing a quarterback like Leonard, who could take off at any time, and a team that runs the ball primarily, what's the most important thing for a cornerback?
You said for a cornerback from my position?
Yeah, for a cornerback to do against them.
Just say that, whenever you see the play getting extended, we got to be able to plaster to our receivers. A scrambling quarterback can be very dangerous, especially whenever our backs is turned to the ball, because you never know where he could be. And just making sure that we swarm to the ball. That's one of our messages every week, is to make sure everybody's swarming to the ball and make sure that we get the ball carried down so we can, fight to play the next play.
Tyler.
Jalen, back in the spring, I think maybe in one of the first times we caught up with you, you had talked about the importance of finding a spot for year 5 that you could prove that you could leave college football after your 5th year. I think your quote here was, not a lot of people probably want to stay for a 6th year. You're not sure if you wanted to stay for a 6th year. Have you gotten to the point with the starts, with the reps, where you feel like you could leave here confidently and take your game to the next level? And have you made a decision there?
No, I haven't made a final decision. I definitely thought about it, because time's winding down, but I haven't made a final decision. It's just something that right now I'm not extremely focused on, because we're trying to win the national championship and we're just trying to, go 1-0 each week. So that's something that, after the season's over, that I'll sit down with my family and talk about and weigh all the options and try to make the best decision for me. So it's not something that is just, I'm not going to say it's not important, but right now it's not extremely important to me, because I'm just trying to go out with a bang, trying to win it all this year. So.
Max.
I know there are differences between all of them, but you guys have faced a number of mobile quarterbacks this year, whether it's Altmaier at Illinois, Gabriel Jennings, et cetera. But, what do you take away when you talk about the plaster coverage on the extended plays? What do you take away from the games that you've already played against guys like that?
Just the experience is what we take away from it. We already seen it. We already game plan for it. So we just got to continue to do what we've been doing, just be very disciplined. You can't get undisciplined with doing the little things. And that's what it's going to take to win this game. It's going to be doing the little things right, and just doing what we have to do to get him down on the ground.
Let's go to Zoom. Audrey and then Joe.
Hey, Jill, thanks for your time. Was asking Devon about this. Obviously, his perspective's different because he's been here a long time. But what have you kind of learned about James Franklin in your 1 year together, that one season together?
I'll tell you what I've learned about Coach Franklin is that he really cares. He really cares about his players, not just football, but off the field as well. He cares about, education. He cares about you growing up and being a man, your family. All those things tie into football. And they also don't tie into football. So I feel like he cares a lot about his players and his future, whether it's going on to the next level or is whether you get done playing football and you start your career as a man. So I just feel like he cares a lot about us, and that's something that I don't take for granted, because you don't see that a lot around in college football.
Joe.
Appreciate the time again, Jalen. I wanted to go back to what you said earlier about being present in the moment. That's something that Coach Franklin also mentioned in his press conference after the Boise State game. How difficult is it to balance that, considering right now you're living every college football player's dream and you don't want to look back and wish you had enjoyed it more, but at the same time, the work it's going to take to win a national championship?
Say for me, since I'm an older guy on the team, it's not that hard for me to balance it right now. I would probably say for a younger player, like a freshman or a sophomore, it's probably more difficult for them just because it's a lot going on, and college football has changed, and so I'll just say for me right now, it's just I'm just extremely locked in on trying to play the best football that I can play, and it's not that difficult for me right now to just stay locked in and focus on the task at hand.
All right. Thank you very much, Jalen.
Thank you.